Hey everyone, I'm just gonna add a few more lights. I'm wondering how bright this light is, so I'm starting tea candles around the room. Then I'm going to see what happens. It's too dark. That's not too bad. We can work with that. I'm just getting to know the settings on the new camera. So yeah. How is everyone? It's been a pretty extreme couple of weeks for me, and so I'm doing all right. But I did lose a lot of time. I went into shock with what's been going on and didn't function for a few weeks. Barely got out of bed. I wasn't eating. And then luckily I had my permaculture course, which was at a set time. And so I went to that, and it was amazing. That was all the stuff I've been planting recently in the garden. A lot of that stuff I got given to me at the course. So that was really good. But I was just stuck and I couldn't get anything done. So I got to the course and I had 4 days of like being on a property that's doing syntropic agriculture and permaculture gardens. It was amazing. They got this whole hillside full of fruit trees and nut trees, like hundreds of them. And then they got these special rows that are planted in a syntropic way. And, you know, I really got to learn how it all works. You know, really, like the course was amazing. And the hands-on, you know, technical side, practical side was really amazing too. But yeah, Harmony Seekers here. Harmony Seekers, not bad. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm much better now, you know. And you know, it's a sign that things are going to get better too. This next sort of, now that I've got some momentum going, I can just keep that going. And Happy Hermit's here as well. Happy says, hey. Happy says, yo. We're back inside her. Where's our co-host? Ben, hope all is okay. Yeah, look, I can't really say much, but yeah, no, that's a big part of the stress. So she's good. But yeah, it's become a legal matter, so I can't really talk about it. But she's good, and we're just focusing on getting back together as soon as possible. But I can't say much at the moment. But there will be something, you know, that I will explain soon, you know, because it's very complicated and it's very unjust what's been done to us. But I can't really say much at the moment. Happy says, done with the garden. Oh, damn, I'm sorry. That's all right, man. I'll explain in the next week or so. I'll do a special video and go into more details. Yeah, I did more today. I did clean up of the garden. Like cleaning up after the last 2 areas where I worked, and I did a bit of pruning as well and added to the mulch pile, which I depleted the other day. And didn't have to do much watering because I knew that there was a storm coming. We had a massive storm. Currently, like heaps of people in Brisbane have got power outages. Like just down the road from me's got no power. So we're lucky where we are. We got power. But yeah, Happy, don't worry about it, mate. Happy says, I didn't know something was wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry. No, that's all right, man. You weren't to know. You know, I had to try and talk about this stuff without going into details. And yeah, I'll be able to explain some stuff soon. But, you know, it's a very sort of, part of it's private, but it's also, it's becoming a legal matter, you know. It's not good, but we're going to work through it. We're going to work through it. I'm going to see if I can. I think the ISO's on auto here. It's a little bit too bright. There you go. How cool is this? Like I can fully change all the settings. I'm using the touch screen on that's changing the aperture. Isn't that cool? And I can even change the frame rate. Not just the frame rate, the exposure. Oh, those, yeah. So, what else? Yeah, no, I've still got heaps to do in the garden. But, you know, I'm going to get back down to the community garden tomorrow, work there. If I get up early, I'll do that. It'll be nice after the rain. You know, I've got some stuff to plant. And so, yeah, the next thing is to order some seeds because there's a few things that I don't have that I want to plant that are summer crop. That being more chilies or more peppers, more herbs, more and like pumpkin and zucchini, you know, sort of sprawling stuff that can take the summer heat. So, no, this is good having this this system with this new camera. I'm happy with it, and I hope the sound's good. It looks like the sound's coming through good. Harmony Seeker says yes. I would like to know because I missed that bit. Oh yeah, yeah. And Harmony Seeker says yeah. Course sounds great though. Will you do this to your business? What will? Oh yeah, good question there, Harmony Seeker. Yeah, so I'm going to be making horticulture therapy a big part, 20-30% of the business. And I'll be able to take people down to the community garden and they can like sublet part of a raised garden bed and grow some plants with me. I can teach them about how to make soil and how to make plants grow well. And while I do that, we can do mindfulness exercises and things like that. So now that I've done the course, I'm confident I can properly show someone how to, grow some, some vegetables or some flowers or some, herbs or whatever. Happy says, yeah, did a storm hit? Yeah, it did. Big storm. Came through like big area. And it's watered the ground with a lot of rain, which is awesome. Exactly what we needed. It's this summer storms. Well, not summer, but like the wet season, which is great. I love the wet season. It's a big change after like we had this dry winter with no rain. We haven't had rain for ages, and now when it rains, it's the best. So what else? All I can say is that my I can't really go into details until I get confirmation from what I can say. But basically, yeah, it's not good. But at least think they're good. They're okay. The mother and the baby are good. So that's all I need to know. And for now, and then we'll work on getting back together. So, and I'll explain all that in the next week, probably, once I know what I can say. So, I tell you what, all this, the heat's made me sweat, so I've got to keep drinking water. What else? So, yeah, it was such a good thing to get to the permaculture course. And then when I got back, I had all this stuff to plant, and I still have heaps more to plant. Lots more seeds now, but I've planted in the main stuff. And then, I'll do a tour of the garden in the next, maybe this week. I'll do a video tour, so it'll be in good quality. I won't do a live stream. I'll just record it and upload the video, and it'll show everything I planted. So there's so much stuff that I planted that you wouldn't have seen. So that's good. Now I'm I'm not fully there yet, like I'm having nightmares every night, and I don't have that drive all day long, but I'm managing to fit a lot in, and I'm writing my list on the whiteboard, and I think I got through most of it today. There's just a few things I've got to do tonight before going to sleep, which I'll get through. And this week I just got to try and pack in as much as I can now. Now that I'm able to function again a bit more, then it's amazing. Like it really is one of the most difficult times of my life, and I've just gotten through it by just waiting in the shallows, just waiting until I had the energy to swim a bit further upstream. So I would have worn myself out. But now I'm getting my fitness back, which is really good. I've noticed a change there. So I've written down on my to-do list is staff practice again. Try and do that every day. And then, combine all the stuff, all the gardening work and work around the house and the bushwalking, because now I've got to start making promotional videos from the walks. So I've got to go and do a lot of that. And so that's really good. So where I'm at, I have to write more stuff for the situation that we're in, and work out what we can do. And like I said, I'll do a video in the next week, because it's hard for me to talk about this stuff. But you can relate. It could be anything that you've gone through yourself, that you just can't really talk about. And it is a natural thing for humans to not want to go into details about current things. It's easier for things from the past that you've got some resolution of, or even stuff you don't have resolution of, but you need to be able to share it. Whereas often when things are happening in the present, we keep those things in, and that's difficult, and it's it's not good, but we just do that. Something we do. So I pretty much talked about the main things I wanted to talk about as far as updating of the last few weeks. So going away to this property was amazing, and I'll share some photos on the community page or the posts page of like what it was like. And it was like paradise, such a beautiful place, so much food, really nice people. Like the teachers were really amazing, and then the support teachers were amazing as well. And then all the people that did the course, everyone came to it from, like, people went there from 5 states across Australia to come to the course. It was amazing. And we all sort of got to know each other, because we knew each other sort of by doing the video conference lessons. So, people in the course knew about my tiles and my guitars, because I got my guitars in the background, my tiles and things. And so I had a good chat with James about how I make them, and said, I'll make a how-to guide or something like that. And yeah, so just the connection with everyone there that was at the course, and we want to keep that connection going. We will, through the learning portal, sharing. So next week I'll take a whole bunch of photos of the garden, and then I'll share them with everyone. I'll say, this is all the stuff I planted. And it's really got me excited for permaculture and syntropic agroforestry, or food forests, or farming, whatever you want to call it, syntropic, and how, like, I can explain. So permaculture is better designed for, fitting within whatever you have. If you've got a house, even if you've got a balcony, you don't even have an outdoor area, you can still design around it, you can plan around it and grow stuff. If you've got a backyard, that's even better. If you've got half an acre or something like that, you can then expand out, and it's got all these principles. And then syntropic is a whole other thing at a different scale. And the course really taught me how it works. So I've got a fair idea of like being able to apply it. And it's taking that, a lot of things from permanent, because it is essentially they're like crossover massively. And syntropic is more bigger scale. You can still, permaculture has syntropic elements, but then to do it in a particular way, you can maximize your yield without putting that energy in, like whether it's water or building the soil as you go. So like as you go, as you can start off with no topsoil almost, and then build it over years. It gets thicker and thicker, and then as you get the soil to a certain type, then you can plant other stuff that you couldn't plant earlier. So it's all about succession and emergent species and stratification, and that symbiosis, because but syntropy is the opposite of entropy. So it's growing in strength and getting better and better. So over the years, each year, a syntropic row of trees and fruit trees and nuts and timber species and vegetables and fruit and everything. It's a continually evolving thing. And you have that same thing with the permaculture garden as well, just on a smaller scale. And you might not have that same continual evolution, but yeah. Anyway, it's fascinating, and I'm sold on it. I want to get if we can get this charity and this property happening someday, it's going to be filled with these syntropic growing of food of all different types, and so yeah, it's really exciting, and it really does apply to a lot, not just the business, but also for the charity, not for profit. We want to, we're working on. So when that can happen in a couple of years, we'll be able to apply this stuff to grow all the food for everything, plus extra. So what else? That's, my last 2 weeks has been a turnaround. So this last month has been extreme. And then now, because of going away on that course, it really did get me moving. And now I've got more energy and I'm ready to do all this stuff now. So I was just in shock for a few weeks. So now I'm excited for this next coming week, what I can achieve. So I guess I have, one of the good things is I have so many things I sort of need to do. I have no worry about choice. It's obligation. And so everything that's on the list that I've got to try and achieve this week, it's essential for me to do that. So it makes it easier for me to, I don't have to make a decision about what to do. I just know I have to do all these things. So for me, it'll be, I've already got a couple of days written down. When I've got the rest of the week, I'm just going to fill it out with possibles. and I'll try and get as much of the list done. So I'll purposefully put down 4 or 5 things extra that I won't be able to get done, just so that I can substitute things out, or and then it'll work that way. So I've got the next set of candles here ready for when those candles get low, but it looks like they've got quite a while left. And again, it's a pity I can't, if I play this, it's not going to sound good. But this is my baritone fretless I built. I'm going to make videos of me playing it. But it's not going to sound good. I won't play anymore, but basically it sounds awesome. And one downside is it is difficult to tune. So it does stay in tune, but just getting it in tune takes a little bit. But it's well worth it. And this is a really beautiful instrument. It's and this is all I did was give it a polish, It's got scratches on it and stuff, but it's pretty well intact. This is 1960. It's got one little ding there, but that's only cosmetic. I think I'll put some super glue in it. I could fill it. I could have filled it with resin or something. Doesn't need it. It's beautiful. It's got no buzz. So yeah, I will record a version of that with the good microphone, so that you can even put a bit of reverb on it. I won't put the reverb on the whole lot. I'll just sort of turn it on towards the end, so that you can hear what it sounds like without the reverb, and then hear it with the reverb, because it's good with both. So we'll see what. It's a pity. There we go. It's the zoom. So that's not too bad. Look, you can even see the light shining off my bald head from the candles. It's such a big difference, isn't it, from my old webcam? So, and this is just with the built-in mic, so when it's for this, it's perfect from inside. There's not much in the chat. I've just been chatting away. But I appreciate everyone who comes to these chats, and we catch up and we hang out. I'm trying to. I got to admit, I was getting distracted. Unfortunately, because there's this app where I can control the camera, but it wants to know the device location in order to use the app, and I just don't like that. Anyway, I'll stop getting distracted by this. It's my fault because I didn't allow. Anyway. I'll stop that. That's rude of me. But I was hoping I could get in and sit here and control the camera from back here. But I'm just really happy I can set it for the right lighting. If this was my old camera, you wouldn't even be able to see me, so it does make it much better. And if the audio is clearer, that's even better as well. But I'm sure it still has problems with the music. I've got to sort that out. I'll at least be able to play back that bit of me playing the guitar then. I'll zoom back out again. So this is a test. I want to hit, when I play back, I want to hear what it sounds like. Because what they do is they put these filters on, noise cancelling, and it destroys the ability to sound. So it should record, you should be able to hear the sustain. I'm looking at the VU meter, the volume level, and it's picking up the sustain. So it should be coming through. And if that's the case, that's awesome. If that's the case, I'll start playing music. Hey, Dad. Oh, you did? That's good. Yep. Yeah. Oh, then Sawyer. Yep. Oh, that's good. That's nice of them. And did you say it was power lines down or across the road or on one side of the road? Closed off, yeah. But you could get past it on one. Yeah, I get it. No, I'm downstairs. All right. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Sounds good. No worries. See you later. Yeah, Dad just got home. It was like there's like power lines on the ground from that storm, and he had to walk through it. And he was lucky you got a lift home from someone that's saw him. Happy says, sorry, I'm listening, just typing some stuff up for work. I can't sleep, and my boss is in Australia at the moment. Classic, your boss is in Australia, so that's it. You got the timing right for that, because it's like nighttime. So I'm happy with the lighting. I might even turn. I'll see how much I can get away with low light. Let me do an experiment. That's really dark. Okay. No, we want it brighter. Yep. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see what else we can do here. We want it a little bit faster. There's a bit of noise. You can see the noise in the picture. There we go. It's not too bad. I'll work out how to get some good lighting. I like to use candles. It's natural, isn't it? So here we go. I'll put the light back on, although that's just going to make everything really bright. That's okay. Actually, that's not too bad. You can really see the light shining off my head now, can't you? There you go. This is fun. Anyway. Maybe a couple more candles will make it. We'll give it. Yeah, see that? It's pretty good for low light. So that's 2 more candles. Yeah. We can work with that. I wonder if I can. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's cool. So I guess the big positive for big positive is like I've been able to get back motivated, and I'm excited for this week now. I keep working. If I keep working on the garden here, then it will just maintaining it. you know. And then I've got the community garden. I've got heaps of stuff to plant down there. And I've got all the work on the business, and I've got to work out all the stuff to deal with what's going on in my life as far as the dealing with the difficult situation. So how is everyone else? I hope everyone's doing all right. I guess one thing that surprised me with what the situation I'm dealing with, how extreme it is and how painful it is. I had several people say how well I'm dealing with it. And that's gave me confidence, you know, just knowing that there's that. I'm just having fun trying to work out how this camera works, by the way. So there we go. See, it takes a while to get the focus again. It's low light, but it should track. I haven't set it up to track. Like for autofocus, it's got a lot of settings. I've learned most of the settings on the camera now. There's a lot of settings. So I've got I've just got to use it now in lots of different settings in situations, so that I can utilize it. But I mean, this is a good example of low light. So if you're making a film and you didn't want all that noise from the low light, you'd probably still use these candles and get the light, but then you'd also introduce another light source that enables you to expose it differently, and then you can darken it afterwards. But the way I like to use the settings and not really try and do too much afterwards. So I'll put it on manual. Can't even reach. There we go. Manual focus. There we go. Can even focus in on the sweat. See that? Anyway. This has been fun. Thank you for bearing with me while I learn how to use my new camera. So I got to talk about my week, my last 2 weeks, and I'm really appreciative of working through these things. And I look forward to this week of just really getting into it now. I've got so much to do. That's what I'll probably do now is finish the whiteboard, because I've got a weekly planner. I tell you what, get a weekly planner that is like a whiteboard or a chalkboard, whatever, but like the weekly ledgers are good. Diaries, weekly diaries, they're great too. Weekly planners. But having the whiteboard there, and you can scratch off things as you do them. It works. And I've got so much to try and achieve this week, so I'm gonna fill that up now. But thanks for being here. That was cool. See, this has been fun tonight. Just learning how to use this camera as well, and talking about the positivity of what I've been able to achieve. So I look forward to updating everyone and doing more streams of the gardening and that sort of stuff. So I'll be doing more of that. And thanks everyone who's been here, and we'll catch up. Much love to everyone.